My boyfriend, 26 male, is emotionally cheating on me, 26 female. My boyfriend were laying in bed when I heard his phone go off. He got a notification on his phone and it read, "I got you tomorrow." I asked him out about it and he flatly showed me the message. Prior to her message he had messaged this girl and asked her why she hasn't posted her daily photo that day. However, when I checked her profile she had indeed posted, just didn't post her daily selfie. From what I could tell in her previous stories she loved a full body selfie. Another message was to her Instagram model and he asked her to marry him. He had messaged and flirted with other girls throughout our relationship. When I confronted him and asked him why he had to seek validation from others, he said he didn't know and it was just a simple comment. I communicated that I was upset with him and it was breach of trust and I don't think he respected me if he sought out to flirt with other girls. To which he replies that he loved me. He said he didn't think about it in my shoes and that it was a bad habit of his that he wanted to get rid of. I want to forgive him because I truly love him, but we're only together for a few months and I'm torn. Should I end it now and save myself misery and heartbreak in the long run, or should I forgive him and wait for him to stop messaging other girls, even though I'll always be on my toes? Too long didn't read boyfriend has been seeking validation from other girls on Instagram. I'm trying to understand why he would do that. I'm really second guessing our relationship and was wondering if I should break up with him or work out this bad habit. Now for the comments. I was in a relationship with a guy 4 years and we even lived together, and he would go on dating apps and message girls. It never stopped, even after I confronted him about it. He is insecure about himself and needs this validation from other girls. He won't change. Cut him loose. I did this too, never messed around, but flirted. It was insecurity in the relationship that I was looking for external validation. I've been married for 22 years now. Took a while for me to grow up, but it is possible. I think she should confront him, tell him to please stop, and have her ask what is making him feel incomplete such that he needs that. Maybe he'll have a reason, maybe he's just a player, but communication is always good. I'm not endorsing, however, just saying it's not terminal. Same thing here. Op said that BF would say that it's a bad habit, that he wanted to quit, and that's what my ex would say all the time. The 2 to 3 times I confronted him with his own messages. How TF is it a bad habit? Like, don't be in a relationship and waste someone's time. If you think online cheating is a bad habit, I wish I could quit. Fop. This is such a generalization. It's rather disgusting. Everyone change, especially if you're so soon into a relationship. There's no harm in taking it slow and giving him a chance to change. I read somewhere that 40% of physical affairs / cheating were emotional affairs / cheating first. I also read that partners that cheated in a previous relationship are 3x more likely to cheat compared to a non-cheater in the next relationship. Keep those wonderful statistics in mind. It was a bad habit of his that he wanted to get rid of. Ask him what is his plan for getting rid of it. Ask him why he hasn't started that plan. Tell him start it now, right now, while you watch. If he has no plan and he hasn't started it, or refuses to start it, he's lying to you and possibly himself about really wanting to get rid of this habit. It's not even about the habit. Aside from the fact he won't lose the habit, the fact that he plainly states that he didn't think about how Op would feel illustrates the bigger problem. It's not even an issue / habit that requires any real thought, because duh, it's bad, and then he didn't think about it anyway. Yikes. I wish someone had told me this earlier in life. I had to learn the hard way. My ex cheated on me so many times, and when I put it all together, he'd blame me for it. He'd also excuse that it was normal and that he'd been cheated on too. He also called me a cheater when I decided to date someone after we had been broken up for nearly 3 months and had no contact. Super bizarre for someone to try to normalize it, but that's what happens when you date a narcissist. Opportunity is the only difference between an emotional affair and a physical affair. Simple solution. My next boyfriend won't do this. Either he quits or you move on. That is incredibly insensitive of him. Give him the warning above and move on guilt-free. Maybe he'll learn an actual life lesson. I'm a dude, BTW. I'm saving my next boyfriend, won't do this for future use, if necessary. Yes. Run away now, before you get too deep. I dated a guy similar to this. He was a sociopathic narcissistic asshole who sought validation from many other women. It wasn't physical, until it actually was. Just leave now, and save yourself the heartache and drama. You deserve better. Exactly the same for me. He always apologized when I caught him. And yet he continued, then cheated on me with a friend. Run as long as can. This 100% this, and same. I found out from mutual friends, after leaving him, that he actually had been cheating on me almost throughout the entire relationship, even though we lived together for most of that time. I just kept buying his lies and explanations, because I didn't trust my gut, no matter how many times I found suspicious messages or emails, usually after he forgot to log out of our shared computer and left his email open. Let me tell you how shitty it feels to realize that nearly everyone you know knew your boyfriend was cheating on you for years and no one ever even hinted at it to you, until you left him. I blamed myself, and felt like an absolutely idiot for the longest time. I did not remain close friends with any of those people after that revelation, and it took me a long time to build a new network of friends. Ugh, same exact thing for me. You can't change a guy like this and nothing will ever be enough for him. I waited way too long and regret it. He has a habit of flirting with other girls, even though he reckons he loves you. HMM. Habits are formed when you do something so often it becomes almost like a reflex. You don't even think about it anymore, you just do it. So he's just doing cheating on you without even thinking about it or planning. He's just blindly stumbling around throwing out flirty messages to every girl with a nice body on Insta. He cares so little about you. Your feelings aren't even a passing consideration of his. Yeah, nah, you can do better, dude. This happened to me. He would say he wants to become a better man. Thing is, he got clever at hiding it. He'd erase previous chats and ask me to check his phone to verify he'd been a good boy. Good thing I stopped caring and walked away. If you want permission from Reddit to leave him, then you have it. Dude, you shouldn't deeply love someone you've only dated a few months. You barely know him. It's great to feel infatuated and chase that feeling and enjoy it. But don't ruin your actual future because of some fun feelings of deep infatuation. Your BF asks Instagram models to marry him. He doesn't respect you or women in general, and he sounds like a total loser, to be honest. Yeah, he reeks of desperate yawn despite having a real girlfriend. He can't stop himself from flirting even in what should be the honeymoon phase of this relationship. Number 1 should date this guy. Together a few months. He's 26 and didn't think about the propriety of asking an Instagram model to marry him. Is messaging other women while in bed with you? He's 26. He should know better. He's a player. Is showing you that you can't trust him. End it and choose better. Thank you for acknowledging these red flags that made my eyes go wide. These issues in the first few months. Bad sign. I truly love him, but we've only been together a few months. Sees. Why am I laughing harder than I should? Why do guys think we are stupid? Like seriously, the oblivious and blunt denial, while deep inside they know it's wrong, but they'll never give us the satisfaction of giving us a chance to leave. This is not the first experience I've seen that happened like this, and the even more crazy thing is the exact script of what the guy says. I love you, I'm sorry, I'll change, it'll never happen, you're crazy, and these guys are adults. I'm sick of it. Freaking desperate animals. I mean, what's the end goal here? Ruin your mindset and ability to have a healthy relationship when you actually like a girl. Be so addicted to soft porn, ego boosting flirtation, and wanting to be mothered by your deceived girlfriend because deep inside you don't care. And then they get to a weird couple of months when they're 30 where all of a sudden finding a good wife and getting married and having a kid is all the rage. Then after they bag those trophies, I assume, they suddenly realize, hey, actually I was living it up when I was 20. Let me just dump this on my soon to be ex-wife and our baby who I'll barely pay child support on. I got this 20 something Tinder date waiting for me after talking to like 30 girls. How in the world, after being there, watching your wife who is pregnant and suffering, and can't even get up, because her body has your child in it, do you decide, oh, this isn't worth it? I'm sorry, end of rant. This reality is just replaying and replaying, and this isn't even the worst of it. I'm just done. Do you need us to tell you to leave him? This is the biggest red flag since the first Chinese parade. Avoid yourself the trouble, hun. He's no good for you. Nah girl, he for the streets. But seriously, if he's already nonchalantly doing this, he will take it further. This happened to a best friend of mine. It started with messages and comments, and a year later it became physical. Get out before you spend more time and energy on someone who doesn't care/respect you. LMAO, imagine getting to the old age of 26 and not realizing maybe you shouldn't flirt with girls while you're dating another girl. Dumbuses like this make me ashamed to be male. Just think, this is how badly he treats a person he says he loves. Your feelings don't matter to him. This guy has a messed up view of what love looks like. Find someone who prioritizes you and your feelings. Too long didn't read boyfriend has been seeking validation from other girls on Instagram. I'm trying to understand why he would do that. I'm really second guessing our relationship and was wondering if I should break up with him or work out this bad habit. There's nothing to understand. Understanding why he does what he does is unlikely to fix this. As for reasons, take your pick. He's a self-absorbed jerk who likes attention from other women, and you've let him do this before, so he's going to keep doing it while he can. He's having his cake and eating it. He asked some model to marry him. Come on, that's not just seeking validation. And this goes beyond just a little messaging. Don't waste your time falling into the trap of trying to fix him. Kick him to the curb and find a guy whom you don't need to teach not to flirt with other women. Plenty of men come pre-programmed with the software that allows them to be monogamous and committed and not awful. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button and activate the notification bell for more videos. Also like the video if you enjoy it.